Hello, it is Monday. What a stark contrast to how I looked yesterday at the posing workshop. But what a start to Monday. My weight is down by about half a kilo on yesterday. My glutes look leaner. My legs look leaner in general. I am filled with so much more confidence from yesterday's posing workshop in my ability. Like, I really needed that. Dan Robin does not blow smoke up people's asses, and the fact that he was telling me things look strong and using me to demonstrate. I've always looked at girls that are being demonstrated with in these workshops and thinking, yeah, I wish I looked like that. And I'm that person. And I'm going to pat myself on the back for putting a lot of effort into my posing over the past few months, because I've worked really hard and I deserve that little bit of positive feedback. I have been on a high since yesterday, and my training session was the strongest it's been, as in physically strong, in about 8 weeks. I'm talking so much more weight on some of my movements. Trained upper, and it was so good. And it was really enjoyable because it was so good. I did my cardio this morning as well, even though I said I'm going to start splitting them. I was up and out and at the gym for 5:45, so I didn't really feel the need to split it up because I had plenty of time. I did about half an hour's walk. I'm now on another one, just on my lunch break, and yeah, things are just great. Things are really bloody good. And I've been having some chats with Amy about Dan's feedback yesterday, and where he's made a couple of changes to my pose from the side with my arms overhead. He wants me to revert back to what I was doing last season, which is my side shot with my arm overhead. Anyway, you'll have seen it in my roundup from the DW posing workshop in my last vlog when I get around to editing. But yeah, I'm just feeling really, really good and pretty proud of myself and happy with where I'm sat. So makes a lovely change. I have entered my first show now and registered. I have registered in toned, which, if my condition can get on point, then I could move, but we'll see. But yeah, just steps for the rest of the day. Not a really busy day at work, but plenty of time for me to get on top of some other stuff, which is lovely. And yeah, going to go back and have my meal one after I finish this walk, because I haven't had anything since my post-workout. I'm hungry. I don't know about anyone else, but when you do a posing workshop, the next day, your back is broken. It is broken from trying to just tilt your hips back and hinge so much to make sure those hammies pop through. Fuck me. I've been sore all day and I just thought I need to get out for a walk. I've just checked my steps though. Yesterday I still managed my 13k. The day before I did 15. The day before I did 17. I don't even need to do this walk. And I'm on 9,000 and something now. So I might just turn around and keep banking them and go and have some food and rest. In fact, that is what I will do. Lovely stuff. I've still got some to play with, I'm sure, when I get home for tomorrow, if I want to. Honestly, days like this in prep don't come very often. If I can choose to rest up, I'm gonna. Sue's my bikini maker has just messaged me as well, on Instagram, and she was like, I've just taken a 5-minute video, I need you to have a look at it, I'm going to send you it on WhatsApp. And now I'm just fizzy with excitement. So this should be a message about my bikinis, and I think it'll be gems against fabric, so that I can work out what's what and see what I think. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm really excited for this. I've gone well out of my comfort zone for one of them. But I think it'll look great. It's a colour that always pops on stage, and I've put my own little twist on it. The other one is a very traditional colour for figure and just stage in general, but I've said try and make it as bright as possible without it being like fucking neon or anything. Ooh! Good morning. It is Tuesday. Can you believe that this was a less offensive look for the gym this morning than my eye bags? They can probably come off now. They'll have done the job. I mean, it's still not looking wicked. I am very tired today. I just trained quads and delts though, and it was okay considering like how tired I feel. I'm glad it's a rest day tomorrow. The session was pretty strong. Like, I didn't lose any weight. In fact, there was quite a few PBs in there. PBs, like pre-prep PBs. So I don't know where that's come from, but I'm going to continue riding it. Maybe it's still the high of the weekend and knowing that I'm on the right track. A la Dan. I've done my cardio. I'm just feeling a little bit nothingness, I'll be honest. I'm not really happy with everything. I'm not sad about anything. I'm just feeling it flat, I think. I did some posing this morning. Everything is starting to come along. My legs look leaner in places. My glutes look quite full and round, which is nice. I haven't got enormous glutes, and you know, I've still put so much effort into growing them over the last 2.5 years, but they're still, you know, on the smaller side. But they're a very difficult muscle to grow considering how large they are as a muscle itself and where they attach. But yeah, I'm just feeling okay and not a lot else. So it's not the best vlog entry, but that just is what it is. Last night I fell asleep on the sofa. I'm fucking tired. But prior to that, I spoke with Suze. She sent me through bikini fabrics and potential bikini, like the gems that she's going to use. I've asked her today to put the gems on the fabric so I can get an idea of what that's going to look like and what I want to achieve from it. And yeah, we'll just have to see what that looks like. I think I might have to change my bikini fabric colour. It's going to be one that stains heavily if that's the case, and that's what I'm trying to get away from. But to achieve the look that I want, I don't think I'm gonna be able to stray from it too much. But they're lycra as opposed to velvet, Suze's bikinis, so I think they will wash better anyway. We'll see. I really want to get my purple one from 2022 and my black and silver one from 2022 in a good spot to be able to either sell or rent them out. So I'm actually going to contact a place called, I think it's called Crystal Parade on Instagram, who Amy's put me in touch with. Amy's mum makes all her bikinis. Very, very fortunate. My mum could probably bash out a bikini, actually. She's an amazing seamstress. Like, she's so good with a sewing machine. I don't know why I haven't done this before, but here we are. She's sent me their Instagram because that's where her mum buys all of her crystals from. So I'm going to see whether I can get like a smaller crystal to fill in the purple one, because it's not like super dense coverage, and there's definitely space where I can fill it up a little bit more, and maybe I could either sell it or rent it out. That's a job for this week. But yeah, everything's in a good spot. My weight was slightly up on yesterday. This morning it was 67.1, whereas yesterday I was under 67. I was 66.85 or 95, and I'm on day 27 of my cycle, so fuck knows what that means anymore, honestly. But I imagine that could be why my weight is up a little bit. But I have gone for 3 poos at the gym, so we'll see. We'll see how that one pans out. My digestion is not feeling wicked, and it hasn't since Friday, I'll be honest. But I think that is premenstrual. Regardless of whether my cycle appears, I'm still having symptoms of it. And that happened throughout my last prep, where I didn't have a cycle to necessarily track because I was on the coil. I still got the bloating, I still got pains. I'm gonna go and pick Andy up now, crack on with some work, and just focus on steps for the rest of the day. I think today's going to be the day that I'm really glad I've banked some extra steps that I can use. I can't remember how many I used up last night. I think it was 3, so that means I've got 2, I think, remaining. I'll double check before I take that decision. Honestly, walking around with socks in my hair, find somebody that gives less of a shit than I do. All I've done this morning is sat down and work through a plan review. It's taken me ages. I've had a couple of meetings actually, but it's taken me absolutely ages to go through it. It's 132 pages long, and it's like 1:30. I've got a meeting at 2, so I'm trying to get some steps in now, but I think I'll want to use those banked steps later, just so that I'm not spending my entire evening getting my steps in. A couple of things though. So this morning and over the weekend at the Team DW workshop, I did a in-person check-in with Dan, obviously, and as I was like looking through how I moved, given that it's an awkward angle anyway that I shot it at, because I didn't want to get Dan in if he didn't want to be in, I could see what I thought looked like some shadows of ab separation. If I have abs, my fucking life will be made, because let me tell you, in 2022 I didn't have jack shit. I had a little bit of a bleak, but I had nothing, and I have tried to build some abs for just a general core control and, you know, better posture, all of the things that abs do, but also aesthetics. I want abs, and I keep seeing little shadows of them, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I sent pictures to Amy and I was like, please tell me you're seeing what I'm seeing, and she's like, those are abs, baby. So I think they are under there. It's just a case of that really stubborn layer of body fat that I've got on my tum that goes from like the peak of my rib cage down. When that's gone, hopefully we'll see them. However, another realisation today is that obviously I've been planning on how many weeks out I am. People have been like asking me how many weeks out I am, and I've been like, oh, X weeks out. Someone that I know is doing the same show as me posted this morning that they were like a greater number of weeks out than I thought we were. And I was like, hold on a minute, what? I've just fucking gone back on and double checked. I've got an extra week. I'm more weeks out than I thought I was. One, what a fucking idiot. What a twat. Can't believe it. So I've got an extra week to play with that I didn't realise that I had. So that feels pretty great. Can't do maths, but pretty great. I'm feeling even better knowing that I've got another week. Gonna drink this, see whether my digestion's gonna play ball, because so far it's not. I feel really backed up even though I've been to the toilet a few times today. Honestly, isn't this content just gorgeous? But at least I'm honest. Good morning, it is Wednesday. I am feeling a bit shite. This morning I got up for my cardio okay and did it and what have you, but my body, I think I'm just PMSing hard. I'm on day 28. My digestion is not me. So I know what it is, but I'm uncomfortable. I don't think it's been particularly good this week since probably Saturday. I'm so gassy, but my bowel movements are just not normal for me. But it's fine. It's fine. My weight is not coming down, so I know that that is like period related, and it's fine. I'll more than likely stay on low days following my check-in tomorrow, I imagine. I've got quite a chill weekend with nothing planned, which I think will do me the fucking world of good, where I've got no visitors or nowhere I'm like have to be, and I can just try and rest as much as possible. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling today. Yeah, it still gets done regardless, but I'm just not feeling 100%. But it's expected, isn't it? It's expected. So I'm going to go into work now. I'm in the office, and just steps for the rest of the day. I think I'm just over 1,000. So long day of stepping, but I'll get out on a walk on my lunch, and whatever I don't get will be done either on the way home at the gym if there's a lot, or I'll go out for a walk. Depends on what the weather's like when I get home. I've had some fucking mint sessions training this week though, so I'm not going to complain too much. I'm very hungry, so the sooner I get in and get ready and have a shower, the sooner I can get my oats in my face. I'm out on my lunchtime walk. I have had a fucking day already. I'm actually in training from 1 till 5. I could not be fucking happier about it, just so that I'm inaccessible for 4 hours. I've had a shit morning. My job is so stressful at the minute, and there's nothing I can do about it other than get another job. But that just isn't really what I want to do. I'm delivering on a project which kicks off next week, and there's just been so many like last minute changes and last minute requests for extra stuff, and I'm struggling with that. My chest got tight earlier. I had a little cry, and I've just had to take myself out. I cannot afford the extra stress on my body at the moment. Not even a little bit. Fly just went up my nose. I am gonna get my steps done today, and I'm gonna get the earliest possible night that I can. When I get home, Suze wants to FaceTime so she can see how small my tits really are. What a time to be alive. So that my bikini cup will fit properly. Because we don't know whether to go for an A or a double A. Wow. My tits used to be as big as my head. How times have changed. I am home and finally finished with all of my shit. Preparing my meals, steps. Had a FaceTime with Suze as well to check how I wanted my bikini cups to sit. So she's like, I can take it from here now, which is exciting. My digestion is still feeling uncomfortable. So I'm not really looking forward to my check-in tomorrow. I am going to try and get an early night. And just hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow for getting a good night's rest. It is 3 years today since Andy and I got engaged. How mad is that? If you've been watching my vlogs since then, I can't believe I've been vlogging for 3 years. Wild. But if you've been watching since then, thanks. I'm going to try and rest a bit now and just assume this position, and hopefully tomorrow will be a better day with work. I'm not really hopeful for that, but hopefully my check-in will be all right. I have a horrible feeling that I'm going to shit myself in a minute. Like, shit my lungs out. So if I have to just run away, I'm so sorry. Good morning. It is Thursday, and whilst I look very tired, I don't feel too bad. I had a bit of broken sleep. I started to feel a little bit ill in the night, digestion wise. I feel like this entire vlog is about me taking a shit. I'm so sorry, but this is how my PMS has affected me this month, so I think it's still somewhat relevant. I have been to the toilet this morning. Again, I'm having like, oh God, I can't believe I put this on the internet, but also like, I'm just honest, and this is a representation of how my body is functioning right now. I've just been doing like what I would call half poos all week, and I am dropping weight very quickly, and I feel like my body is trying to hang on to whatever nutrients it's getting, which can happen at the latter stages of prep, but also could be just my PMS and my digestion just not functioning properly. I always get like this, whether it's constipation or whether it's diarrhea. I get like this during my cycle at significant points like ovulation and when it starts. So I'm not concerned about it, but I do feel remarkably better today. And check-in wise today, I'm actually down 1.5 kilo from last week and 1 kilo since my last check-in on Saturday. So things are looking good. I've got some feedback from Amy, but I haven't looked at it yet. Not anticipating high days yet, although I look very flat. I'll have a look at it on my lunch and then we'll report back. But I imagine she's pretty pleased with how my weight's dropping. And yeah, I'm going to get in the office now. I am feeling a little apprehensive about going into the office because my stress, whilst I've had like that DSE equipment assessment for my chest pains, and I don't think my setup at home or at work helps it, my chest pain is directly linked to stress. When I had a stressful conversation yesterday and my project that I'm working on that's being delivered next week reached a stressful peak, I started to get them again. So it is stress related, and it's something that I need to be really mindful of, and it's something that I'm going to talk to my manager about today. But I don't feel like my life has really calmed down since the wedding. And I don't mean prep, but because this was already a thing before prep started, I am more mindful of keeping my stress to a minimum during prep, which I think is really good for me at this moment in time. But life has just been really busy since pre and post wedding, like with the honeymoon, with getting Maggie, everything. Work hasn't calmed down. Usually there's like a bit of a lull. March is always busy, but there can be times of lull during the year, and that just has not happened. So I think I'm like peaking at what I can cope with and manage. And it's important to have conversations about that, which is what I'll do today. So I don't think I've got too much in the diary today in terms of like meetings and stuff. I'm going to use this time to catch up with a load of work that has just been sat there for fucking ages because I haven't had the capacity to do it, and get out on a walk on my lunch, and then whatever I have left I will make up later. So that's the plan. So this scrunchie was the only one that I packed today, and these are the dungarees that I packed to wear, so I just look like a children's TV presenter. I walked in and my boss was like, all right, Miss Rachel. Anyway, it's time for me to listen to my feedback and give you an update. Coke Zero required. So, first bit of feedback is about my posing. Because I am that bit leaner now and Amy can see my muscularity, she is being more nitpicky on my posing. And I'll be honest, I didn't put 110% into that check-in this morning. It was 5:15. And I am a one and done check-in girl. Like, I don't stand there and make sure it's perfect. To be fair, this is, unless we talk more or I post more, which we do talk during the week, that is her opportunity to see me like that. So I need to make sure that she's seeing the kind of look that I'm bringing to stage and the effort level that I'm bringing to stage. So there's been a couple of tweaks there, and nothing major. Like, it's just making sure that I'm not losing lat in a transition and like hand placement and stuff. Nothing that I can't sort. She thinks we're in a really, really fucking good spot, especially considering that we've added an extra week on to prep because I made that fuck up. So she's really very happy with the look at the minute. Obviously I'm very flat, there's not a lot of carbs in there at all because of how quickly things are happening and changing. She's now able to see as well that I'm at the point where the changes are coming like daily and I look different day to day, which is a fucking amazing spot to be in considering how many weeks out I still am. I haven't said it on here how many weeks out I am because I wanted to give myself the time and make sure that I am coming in and not putting that extra pressure on myself. I've not posted it anywhere, not because I'm being like a secret squirrel or anything stupid like that. It's quite clear I'm on prep, and you know, people that are competing at the same kind of time will be able to roughly tell how far out I am. So I'm not being a dick about it for that, but just not putting the extra pressure on myself like I did the first time round. Much like she said in last week's check-in, I can't believe this either, I am the most responsive body that she's ever worked with. And I do think that comes from taking a decent off season and not being too much of a twat towards the end of it either, in terms of like fat gain, unnecessary fat gain. Probably still bigger than she would have liked, but certainly not in a bad spot. She's seeing all of my lines come through and how I move now, which is great. But she's still so impressed by how mad the drops are week on week and how much weight I'm still dropping, but not losing any muscularity at this point, which is amazing. We had planned to switch up my fat burner this week, but because of that 1 week mess up, we're going to push that back to next week. I'm also due on at this point, so to be at this point in prep and have lost 1.4 kilo in a week and be due on is pretty fucking good, if I may say so. Amy is planning on deloading me, and she's planning on deloading me on high days so that she can see a really accurate portrayal of how my body responds to carbs on no training, so it is more accurate for like a peak week. That will just give her some more data of how it responds and stuff. I think I'm checking in on Tuesday again, and that's when my deload begins. I don't think it's for very long. I think it's just Tuesday through to Thursday. I'll do that check-in Thursday again as I would normally. You're all right, thank you. I'll do that check-in as I would normally on the Thursday, and then she'll see whether I get that extra high day. Amy's actually said that she wants to give me high days more frequently because of the rate that I am dropping. So I ain't gonna fucking say no, am I? I can't believe I'm in this position. I think this time last prep I was doing 90 minutes cardio and really trying to fucking scrape my hamstrings clean. But it just goes to show that not more is not always more. It really does. I can't believe how this prep is going, honestly. It still doesn't feel like I'm doing a whole lot. I am used to killing myself to get lean, and I just haven't had to. Wild. So essentially the plan is pull training Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, but check in on the Tuesday, start my high days and my deload, and then check in on the Wednesday, and she can see how that has impacted me, and then she can see what response she's got, and then she'll choose whether to give me another high day on the Thursday. But either way, a lot of food going in and not a lot of output coming out next week, so very, very happy. I'm home. I've just finished my steps for the day. It's 8 o'clock. I'm so hungry. Now, I still maintain that I'm not food focused this prep, and I think it's because the results are coming so thick and fast. Like I'm not thinking about post-show food or anything like that. I'm not like hoarding stuff. I'm not daydreaming about a chippy tea or anything super like heavy on calories. Don't get me wrong, watching Andy eat ENQUIRIES when it's my favourite place to go and eat was tough that night. But yeah, I'm not super food focused and putting things in the cupboard. However, Vix at Cookie Box just knows me to a T and knows what I'm looking for in my life. One thing that I absolutely love is like almond flavoured stuff, so like a Battenberg, a Bakewell tart, anything like that. And I saw these. It is a white chocolate and almond like cookie box with a cherry jam dip, and I just thought I gotta have that. So that came through today. These look like they might have got a bit warm. They need to go straight in the freezer. I also picked up Ooh. The new Cadbury's biscuit. I can't order one thing from Cookie Box. I just can't. I got Toblerone. And because I'll be honest, I'm worried that I'm gonna miss out on mini eggs this year. A mini egg one. I've still got a couple in the freezer from Andy's birthday that I bought him, so I don't need any more Cookie Box in my life for a long time. Maggie's just stolen the cardboard that this came in. I'll have that, thank you. Thanks. She's such a little bastard for anything textured, I swear to God. But yeah, that is the freezer, fully stocked of Cookie Box, probably until next year. Do you know what as well? I've been wearing, obviously, this makeup all day. The only thing I've done differently the last couple of days is set it with the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. I normally use a number 7 one. I bought that little compact one because it's what my makeup artist for the wedding was going to use. And I was like, right, well, I'll get whatever you're going to use. I don't look half as oily as I normally would look at this time, having worn like a full face. I think the foundation that I've got on is The Ordinary, so it's not even like a spenny one or anything. I'm very impressed, and I think I might have to buy the full-size version. If you're interested in a pressed powder. Oh God, that's getting sorted out soon. Yeah, highly recommend. Good morning, it is Friday, thank fucking God. I'm just making my chicken for the week and popping it in the slow cooker. I was going to show you how I season it actually, which is not very exciting at all. These seasonings are no sugar and they're really, really tasty. So I'm going to whack a load of chicken steak seasoning. I'd usually put some black pepper in here, but I think we're out. I'm going to use some celery salt. I'm going to use some onion granules, and I'm literally just going to lob it all in. I'm going to pop some salt in there. I'm going to pop a few cloves of garlic in there. I need to peel those. And then I'm probably going to put half a cup of water in there, but there's 2 kilos of chicken in the slow cooker, and then I'll leave it for about 4 hours. And then I'll just shred it with 2 forks, and it's fucking delicious. And I will continue doing this forever. What a discovery prior to prep starting. My digestion is so much better. It's so much better. I've had a little bit of pain this morning where I don't know whether that is my period coming or not. I'm on day 30. It could be, it could not be. I just don't know. But my digestion is making me feel a lot more comfortable now, so I'm not really bothered either way. I trained pulling hams this morning and it was pretty decent. Don't think I need this deload that's coming next week as much as I have needed previous deloads, but I'm gonna fucking go for it anyway. But I'm feeling really good with training. I don't know where this strength or like spike in my training has come from, but I'm so, so grateful for it. I've done my cardio. I just need to do steps today. I looked at my diary for the weekend and realised not only have I put in a appointment to go and see Katrina next week, I've also put one in tomorrow. So I messaged her and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but can I please have the Saturday appointment and leave the Tuesday one? So I'm gonna just go over there tomorrow and start my day with probably a pretty painful massage. It'll be worth it. It's gonna be quite a relaxed weekend. I'm really, really looking forward to. I'm seeing Han tomorrow, hopefully, all being well. Han lost Izzy this week, and that has been really, really difficult. I've tried to be there for as much as possible. The reason why I was back late last night and doing my steps so late is because I popped to Home Sense to grab a frame. When Izzy stayed with us last year, I did I got a little paw print ink press thing and made a nice paw print of hers, so that, I mean, Izzy was 12 then, so knowing that at some point in the future Han would really appreciate that, I just did a paw print with Izzy, so I'm going to give that to her on Saturday with a just, it's like a candle and a card and stuff. There's no words, is there, when someone loses a dog? I don't know, just it's harder than people sometimes, because most of the time people's lives are filled with so many more years. But anyway, that's sad as shit. Yeah, that's the weekend, seeing Han, going to puppy school, having a massage, utilising my rest day. I need to go into town, I need to go to the bank. Probably going to have a little browse around Boots again, because the selection is so good right now. See if there's anything that I want to pick up for show. And then Sunday, I'm going to train lower. I'm going to obviously do my cardio, because it's low days, low. And then I think I might go to the beach and take Maggie for the first time, because she is enjoying off the lead now. I think that sounds nice. I've hit that point in prep where I see something online and I just go and buy it. Like, I'll just go out then and there and buy it. I'll show you in a sec. I've actually just fed back to the girls in the middle of my transitional shops to get all of the things. So firstly, I went to Waitrose because I've got some high days coming up next week, and I saw the salted caramel whole earth drizzler and picked myself up one of those. But then I can't believe I've just spent this much money on a bar of chocolate, but I will do anything for my husband. This is the Lindt Dubai pistachio style chocolate. £10 for this bar of chocolate, which is disgusting, I know. I really want him to try it. I think he will absolutely love it. He loves pistachio. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, only available at Sainsbury's. There I go. Fucking hell. I'm such a feeder on prep, always. But I think that has probably reached a new level for me today. I will get him to try it tonight and let you know what he thinks. If he thinks it's shit, I'll be gutted.
It's not a little block.
Or is it a proper squidgy?
Well,
oh God.
What a disaster.
You'd be a terrible influencer. Is it the tits?
It's very nice.
Is it?
Yeah. You know what the pastry's really like? It's like you've had a Kit Kat chunky.
Oh, don't say that.
Because it's like biscuity. It's just like really crispy, thin wafer. So you get like you know that crunch when you have a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
It doesn't add much other than it's like really crunchy in texture.
You know, Kit Kat chunkies were my kryptonite in my off season.
Yeah, it's like a pistachio Kit Kat. But with Lindt chocolate. Amazing,
which is 10 out of 10 anyway.
Mm.
Fucking hell. Worth £10?
No.
Andy was furious at me for spending £10 on chocolate.
But it's really tasty.
We are just out finishing our steps at the park. Maggie's just been off lead and we've had like 4 dogs approach us, and she actually did quite well. But we're heading back now because she has just ragged it around here so much to the point where she's like panting. Trying to still train her to get back on the lead properly again afterwards and like wind down, because she's just got so much energy, man. For anyone, this vlog has mainly been about my bowel movements and my PMS this week. And for anyone that is invested, I feel like I'm out the other side. All I've done today is poo. I feel great. I feel great. And not like a poorly poo all day. Several healthy poos. What a time. She's looking ready for the weekend, isn't she? I've just put my hair in a pair of socks because I want my hair to be nice and curly tomorrow. I am going to start my show day competing season skin prep from this weekend, mainly because this is the last tan that I'm going to do prior to show. It will start to look pretty scruffy within the next week, so why not start now? Dermaplane blades to do my base of my neck and my face. I use them anyway, but I will be increasing the usage in show prep. Rose and Caramel Tan Remover. This is the GOAT of all tan removers. Never used anything like it. It's super, super effective. So I'm going to pop that on to try and remove most of my tan. And then if it doesn't do the job, and in some of those places where it's just stuck, I'm going to use the Cocoa Brown Tough Stuff. It's a really good body scrub. I picked that up from Compact, but you can buy it at Boots, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I've picked it up from Boots before. In terms of moisturiser, now, I won't exfoliate every single time I shower at the moment, but that will become a thing like in the last 2 weeks. I can't remember exactly what I did last time. If I start to pick up in intensity of what I'm doing, I will let you know. I've also got my Aqueous cream. I picked this up from Home Bargains. It's like £1.50, but it is a very, very good moisturiser. Something else I'm gonna do is do my feet with my electric roller and just get off any dry skin, because I want to have lovely, lovely, gorgeous girly feet on stage. This thing is so good. Ta-da! Job's a good one. Good morning. It's Saturday and it looks like my crotch is steaming, which is kind of accurate because my period is here and it's the fucking worst. It's so bad, but actually it's my oats and not my vagina. I'm just setting up my rest day meal 1, which is 100 grams of cherries, 30 grams of oats and 20 grams of whey. And I'm just sat outside Katrina's studio, ready to get my massage. Is kicking my ass. I also have that pinchy pain in my asshole. But if you know, you know. Sometimes you get this horrible pinchy pain in your asshole when you're on your period, and it takes your breath away. Being a girl is awesome. So yeah, my period is bad. It's pretty heavy. It's not going to be fun. I'm also lobbing a little bit of this salted caramel callow fit sauce on because it's fucking delicious. And there's no calories in it, which is lovely. I've just picked up a couple of monsters, one for me and one for Han later, because I know she hasn't been sleeping well this week, obviously. And she's on prep as well, so she's just getting shit done as far as she can. But I actually think having a massage and going in the sauna today is going to be the best thing that I could have done for myself. So, of all the days for it to start, a rest day where I planned to go to puppy training, do a bit of shopping, go and get my steps in, do my cardio and have a sauna sesh with Han is probably pretty good. I haven't booked in any further massages with Katrina because today is like a trial for how I look and how my body responds to it and on which day I look best. It's not ideal for it to be the first day of my period because of the information that I'm carrying. My weight is slightly up today as well, because we wanted to see on which day I look best following a massage and lymphatic drainage, so that I could call when I wanted to have one at the end of April and during May, so that I look the best I possibly can for my shows. Is what it is. Let's see. And we'll just have to take a guess, I guess. Okay, 1, that was horrible. She had to stick needles in my legs because something under my glutes was so tight But she also just only charged me £40 for an hour because she was like, competing is so expensive. And I actually want to cry. I'm so grateful. I'm out on my walk whilst Andy's at puppy training with Maggie. That massage was absolutely brutal. Sometimes I go in there with like niggles and they need sorting. Today she was like, what are we working on? I was like, don't know, nothing's really giving me much shit. False. It's funny when she's working on me, I'm like, oh actually, yeah, this pranged the other day and this didn't feel good yesterday. She had to put some needles in my hamstring and my glute to release them because they were so tight. What she also did, because I told her about my search for my abs that has started this week, just because of the glimpse of them that I saw on Sunday at the Team DW workshop. She did some lymphatic drainage on my abs. She's never ever worked on my midsection. It's usually my back, shoulders, arms. Never really. Arms are like a byproduct of other work that she does, but legs, never ever midsection. And I just thought, well, do you know what? Pull them about a bit. Release my diaphragm a little and just see if it makes any difference, because it's never been worked on before. So whether that'll do anything, I don't know, but they've been worked on and she can feel them. And she said that they looked different from when I got in to when I went out. I didn't really take a whole lot of notice, but unfortunately that wasn't the kind of run through that we wanted with regards how many days before stage do I want to have one of those. But I've booked in for the end of April to just get the ball rolling, and then I'll book in at some point throughout May. And jobs are good and everything's feeling okay. I'm just feeling this fucking period, man. I knew it'd be a bad one just because of the week that I've had talking about poop and PMS, but I'm glad it's here. And it's a very good sign that whilst my body is not a particularly healthy body at the moment, my cycle's still there. As a female, your period is your engine warning light. If you lose it, or if it's weird, you skip one, getting more painful, they're changing in any kind of way, you want to investigate that. It's a good thing to do. And you should always know your cycle. The first thing that you do when you go into the doctor and you want to talk about your period and your cycle in general and how it's feeling, they will want to know the last 3 cycles worth of data. So track it as best you can. Some of my clients don't have cycles that they can track in such a way because of the contraception that they're on. One of them's on the Marina coil. But what we can do is track her symptoms and when she would be likely to have a bleed if she were to have one. Do you know what I mean? So it's always good to track any bloating, any changes to digestion, mood swings, cramping, breast soreness, nipple sensitivity, all of the above. If you haven't got a physical period to be aware of, because you can still take a lot from that. I'm looking forward to seeing what I look like in my check-in on Tuesday, because I think it'll be, I don't know, I've got a feeling it's going to be a bold change this time. Every time I do it and pop into town on a Saturday thinking it's what I want, it's not what I want. Someone, next time I say I'm going to do it, remind me of this. I did actually need to go into town because there's still things I haven't changed my name on. So I needed to change our life insurance cover. But I went into Boots, And as usual, I have parked, I think it's over a mile away from where I actually need to be, just so that it helps my steps. I think I was on about 6,000 when I got here, and when I get back to the car I'll see what I'm on, but I reckon I've probably got up to about 10,000, which is good. It means less time spent at the gym this afternoon, but I am absolutely starving. I haven't had anything since my oats this morning. I've got 2 meals with me that I'm planning on eating around my cardio and any more steps that I need to get, and then I'll be good. But at the minute I'm clamming, and I really fancy a cold brew, but I have forgotten my little baby almond milk, which is gutting. Misjudged the weather because I was too hot when it was sunny. Completely misjudged it because it's also chucking it down now. So what did I get from Boots? Nothing too exciting. I got a pack of scrunchies because when my hair's curly, it will lose the curl if I put anything too tight in it. So having a box of those on the go will be great. I've been on the lookout for a brown mascara because I just think I would like it. So the only one that I could find was the Volume Million from L'Oreal. And I picked up a brown, I've been looking for one of these as well, that has a double end for smudging, a brown eyeliner. And I also, probably shouldn't have got this, but also it was 20% off. I picked up that Kylie Skin very light foundation because I just thought I'm not going to be tanning anymore. So rather than on days when I don't want to use anything heavy, I'll use that, and that'll be grand. I'm going to quickly polish off this chicken salad whilst I'm sat here. And my baby box takes another kicking. Then I'm going to go to the gym, get my cardio done. What steps am I on? Looks like you're doing an outdoor walk. Yes, I am. 10,880. It'll take that. It's 20 minutes work on the treadmill after my cardio. Oh, I can already tell that massage this morning has sorted my right hamstring out and whatever was going on there, because I just pulled my shoe off my right foot with my other foot and it didn't cause me any pain. You know when your car is making noise and you turn the radio up a little bit because you're like, I don't want to deal with that right now. I've kind of been doing that with that right hamstring and just pretending that it's not, like I've not done something to it and something's not tight. But I definitely needed that today. I've been to the gym, I've done my cardio, I've done my steps. I've caught up with Hannah, which was really lovely, albeit under shitty circumstances. And we cooked ourselves in the sauna. I think you're only supposed to go in there for like 15 minutes. We were in there a good half hour. And when I came out, I was just a vein. But I'm home now. I am just going to have a bit of a clear out of my makeup and hair products and stuff, because my box that I keep them in currently does not close and Maggie keeps getting into it. And I've already lost a palette. RIP. So gonna sort through that tonight, have a shower, and then we are gonna chill the fuck out. It's Sunday. I'm going to insert a clip of my posing that summarises the entire session here that I caught, and it made me laugh, but I was like, nah, that's accurate. I did a lot of my training session this morning, my lower session. I did a lot of my lower session this morning just with my eyes shut, like breathing through it. I'm hungry, can you hear? I don't know whether you can hear that. It was just hard. I was tired, and like I'm at the point now where when I put the belt over my hips on the glute drive, like it fucking hurts. I'm not at it hurts to sit down point yet, but like my skin hurts. I still feel okay, but my skin hurts. And I think some of that is to do with my period, as I'm into day 2 now. So my cardio, however, went very quickly. So I can't have everything. So that was okay. I did look at my posing in that session and run through my routine. I tried to run through my routine every day. I ran through it and I was like, I don't know whether I'm just getting in my head or not, but I'm like, I need to book another session in with Kayla, and I need it to be in person, and I need it to be before that first show, even if it's like a week out. So I looked at the calendar and asked Andy whether we were free on X day so I can get booked in. So I might do that. I've got a posing lesson with her next week anyway, just online. But yeah, it'll come together. I think I'm just tired and in my feels. But we've got a nice day planned today. We're going to take Maggie to that designer outlet that I was meant to go to a few weeks ago but didn't. We're going to do that today. So I'm going to get back and have a shower and get ready and just get steps for the rest of the day, which means I need to get about 11,500 more, which will be doable, easy. They're all doable, I just do them anyway. I'm home from the gym and I've just got ready. I've just tried like a hair hack and I can't quite tell whether it's gonna work. You see that is all my hair. And what I've done is that, can you see 2 ponytails there? I remember at the British finals, I said to the lady who did my hair, I just want it to look as long as possible in this pony. And she did this, and I was like, oh wow. And I wanted to see whether I could do it at home, because it's a look that I'll possibly do for stage. I don't know whether I'm hiding it well enough. However, my hair that was in the pony for the British was straight, and I think that is something that helps hide the second pony. I'm going to see how that wears today and whether it's something that I would do. But so far so good, I think. Don't think I will have any bangs down, because that just seems like more things to think about and get annoyed by. Not shit though, we'll see. I'm going to try it with straight hair as well. Just going to make up 2 meals to take with me, so a chicken salad and my chicken and veg meal, because we'll be home in more than enough time for me to have my beef meal. And yeah, we're just going to go and have a little walk around with Maggie, get some steps in, do a bit of shopping. When I get home, I'll do any remaining steps, and I'm going to do my toenails tonight because they are not looking great. The gel has been on them a little while and they need a zhuzh. I've also used the brown mascara today. I actually kind of like it. It's not as in your face as the black, which is what I need. So the car's just broken down on the dual carriageway on the way to our date day. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, cheap thoughts. Fuck today, honestly.
I was trying to get up to tag faster, I couldn't even get up.
Okay, I'm home. I think it's about 5 p.m. What a day. I don't think my little car is dead. I love that little car. I've actually had a little cry about it, because today was just a lot and I had a lot of figures and money, just like repair costs rolling around my head, and I'm just like, do you know what? There's no point in repairing that car. I wasn't going to get a new car until later on this year, but sometimes life just forces your hand like that, doesn't it? So I'm going to view a car tomorrow. My AA cover, which by the way, if you only pay for like roadside and not recovery, what are you doing? After my incident last August where my car broke down and I was stuck in Cambridge. I shelled out for the recovery, which by the way is like £9 a month, and they've driven us home. They're sorting me out a courtesy car. They tried to sort that out for today, but all of the branches of Enterprise in Lincoln are shut. However, East Midlands Airport Enterprise have rang me and they were like, do you need a car now? And I was like, yeah, no I do. Because I'm trying to stick to my schedule still and train in the morning. So they're going to send me a courtesy car hopefully tonight. He did ask me if I wanted a van and I said no, not really. So I'm hopefully getting a car today, viewing one tomorrow. A colleague last week was buying a new car, so I started having a look at new Nissan Jukes because I'd driven one for work and really liked it. So I already knew that there was one in Lincoln because I'd had my eye on it. So I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I'm going to look at that car tomorrow, hopefully get it, sell my car on We Buy Any Car on Tuesday, and then hopefully my kerfuffle will be over. That would be nice. If I can't get a car tonight, I'll have to walk down to Enterprise tomorrow and get one. But I'm trying to think, at least that'll be my steps sorted, do you know what I mean? I've already messaged my team because I was supposed to be in the office tomorrow. Of course I fucking was. So yeah. The drama continues, but at least I know I'll be able to get all my fucking show stuff in the car and my car won't break down, because that has been a concern. Well, it's never fucking boring over here, is it? 7,000 steps to go. Oh my life.